Hello, good evening. Don't know why my camera's not working. Very strange, very strange. Anyway, how are we? Good evening. So, I've had for a while and I haven't really done anything with it. I've had one company which is a VIP service. Mac VIP airline. Currently have a Cessna 172 now. It's fine. It's fine, you know, there's no issues. But I kinda want to buy a new. Now I've been grinding for a while. I've got 1.2 million credits. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself to some kind of new aeroplane. Lower that a little bit. So amazingly, the G2 is only 710,000 credits. Now we could go up to like the Beechcraft Baron, or yeah, that's about it. The DA62 is just over £3 million. So yeah, we're not gonna have that. But I really do like flying the Cirrus jet. So, but I just don't know, family seating or complete seating. I don't know what the difference is. It doesn't tell you what the difference is. So maybe go complete seating. I don't know. Give it a try. Right, we'll go for the cheapest. Because we get charged every 24 hours. Right, what airport do we want it in? Do we want it in the Middle East? Do we want it in the US? We've got quite a lot unlocked. Got quite a bit of New York. Yeah, there's like, we could do Kennedy International. Stewart International. But I don't know. I think I've actually got... Yeah, I think I've got part of Rhino and Neo's world. Or do we go... I mean, there's LAX. Or Sedona. Good evening, George. How you doing? Good seeing the chat. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're well. I don't really like that airport. We'll go for LAX. Surely there's going to be jobs for us out there. We'll get it shipped out there. Yes, purchase it. Wow. Wow. So we can do a little bit of flying in our brand new jet, but we can also do some missions depending on how the time is. I did some firefighting missions yesterday. Really enjoyed it. My god, those guys are talented. Oh my god, like, unbelievable. You're finishing work soon, George, and you're good. That's two amazing things. So, crew available for that, but we're going to fly this. Is it manage aircraft? It's brand new, so it doesn't need anything. Wow, we've lost £200,000 already. Right, so I don't know quite how this works. If we go to missions, and then no, oh yeah, you are. You're taking me to LAX. Thank you. Oh, okay, and then you're taking us back. Let's go back here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Too many icons. Let's go freelancer. Tempting. Oh, okay. 4-hour flight. It looks like it's going into a tiny airport. It's worth 75,500. I'm gonna have to get. So we're gonna have to move our aircraft up here. Ooh, that looks like it's in the mountains. So it costs you money to obviously get the aircraft shipped up. You could obviously go to the aircraft and fly it up. Right, let's go to the management. We've got full fuel. I don't know what. Does that? Yeah. Just couldn't decide there. Okay, and total mass, we've got aircraft mass, passenger cargo, and fuel. Shouldn't be too bad. Distance, fuel 515 kilograms. How much does this bad boy take? 899. So we could almost do a 10-hour flight. Interesting. Don't know what that would be like in something this size. Anyway. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Doesn't seem to it's going to work. It doesn't seem to as if it's going to work. It doesn't seem like it's going to work. Don't worry too much. It was basically crotch cam, so you could see me using the controls. Now the G2 has a side stick, but I am going to use the Honeycomb Alpha. What do you call it? Bring my seat forward a little bit. There we go. Get myself comfy, strap myself in. I think you should all do the same. Don't walk through my plane. What are you playing at? If you pardon the pun. Tiny, tiny little chocks. It's not always about the size. Oh god, this thing again. Right, give me a second. I need to unbind some of my controls. Okay, that's off. Okay. What do you mean? It's not the wrong. Yeah, so basically it was... Okay. Right, let's get... Oh, dagnammit. I've obviously not flown the G2 since I've got the Bravo throttle quadrant and the honeycomb. It's not the wrong device. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's saying it's the wrong device. Let's make sure the brakes are sorted and the flaps. Okay, brakes are that. Toggle parking brakes. Flaps. Okay, that's sorted. What else do I need? Throttle. Now this thing only has one engine and it's basically on top. So throttle axis is going to be that. Delete that. It doesn't have a throttle too. Actually, what I want to do as well, yeah, I suppose let's try auto throttle disconnect. Let's try now autopilot. If I can spell properly. See, I don't see anything. Right, that's fine. I don't want to mess about too much. I've got an autopilot button on my honeycomb throttles. Right, let's try again, shall we? Our car costs almost as much as this aircraft. Right, okay. I don't know if you know, but he really needs Wi-Fi. I don't know if you heard that or not, if that came through. Fuel quantity mismatch. Alright, that's probably going to be 25,000. Could probably go 30, I would say. Right, let's see what our procedure for landing is. Okay, that'll do fine. Right, so let's file that with ATC, send it to that. Right, get rid of that just now. So, oxygen's fine. Right, fuel is full. 6 degrees, that's fine. Let's stop that just now. Put defog on. Where is... Let's put flight director on just now. Now it's saying something about fuel quantity. Fuel quantity miscompare. Okay, the amazing thing is we also have auto throttle. So good. Alright, that's all fine. That's fine as well. I think we're all good. We're all good in the hood. All electricals are on, don't have landing lights on yet. Okay, let's get our clearance. Oh, come on! Oh my god. Don't you just hate Microsoft Flight Sim sometimes? Because it resets everything as well. Alright, let me see if I can... Right, 30,000. So I've also got, if you're not aware of the Bravo throttle quadrant, then this is maybe more for you than it is people who have seen it or do have it. But I've got a bug dial on my throttle quadrant. So basically I can change a whole load of values just by doing that. Okay, so... Cool. Right, I've no warnings on. Oh, come on. Honestly, why does it do this? Come on, Asobo, you can do better than this. Right, we're just gonna have to completely ignore. Hey, you weren't cleared for takeoff. Oh, you're so bad. Right, we don't really need any flaps. This thing is an absolute rocket ship. Oh, you're bad. Blah, blah, blah. Which probably means that we're not going to get any of the quick replies done today. That's what it is. Right, okay, we are ready for takeoff. Everybody strapped in. Okay, if you're not, then that's your own fault. So I just realised I haven't got game volume on. Okay, 80 knots. Like I said, this thing is an absolute rocket ship. And I'm not even touching I'm not touching anything in it, so it's hopes. Gear up. Wow, this thing has got a lot of down trim. What is going on? Okay, gear is up. Positive rate of climb. Let's make that. Now, if I put on autopilot, nav, alt, and then flight level, change. This should, see how it's got the dotted line? I'm hoping that this is the aircraft's way of trying to connect on. This is LA, people. This is LA, Los Angeles. Okay, let's put auto throttle on as well. Okay, so 165 knots at the moment, and once we reach cruising altitude. Ah, see it coming up. I saw it coming up, Rhino. How are you, my brother? How are you, and how is your wonderful wife? So I've got like a multi-chat window open, and it shows me events and everything, so I just saw it pop up before it happened. You won't catch me out, don't get me wrong. There'll be times I'm concentrating like you have in the past and you catch me out. I hope you're having a good week, my friend, my brother. Okay, so this should now connect onto our next waypoint, which it does. Nice try, Neo, nice try. My brain was wired, I think, for like 10 minutes after the first one. My brain is wired to expect. You need to get out of bed earlier than that to catch me out. George, work is now finished, so I don't have to use their garbage internet. Amazing. She actually stomped her foot. Is that a good song to play in an aircraft? Thank you, George. Thank you for redeeming that. She actually stomped her foot. Oh my god. Oh dear. You guys are funny. Is that Al? That's not. Is Alcatraz in the west coast of the US? Out of bed earlier. It's 12:30. We've been up since 5:30. Oh wow. It is. Oh my god. It's obviously not an exact replica, but huh. Who would have thought it? By California, nice. Well, we've just left LAX, so oh Morrissey, oh dear, Morrissey back to our usual tricks of jumping in your face in the morning. Right, I'm going to skip because this is the boring part of the flight, and we'll skip to the juicy part. That's not so good. That is not so good. Onto her face. She likes knocking things onto your faces. That's even worse. Oh my god. Cat's got a vendetta. Okay, I have... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, there's no need to dive like that. Jesus. Full stick back. Just to try and keep this thing... Right. Auto throttle's flashing light has been deactivated. I need to... Oh, not stall it like that. That would help. These are mountains, so let's say 7,000 just now. Right, okay, let's... This is what I hate. So basically when you skip forward, it launches you at 30,000 feet into a nosedive without anything being switched on. It's just ludicrous. Right, nav, I don't even think we're close to nav. My track IR's been getting upset. Altitude, flight level change. Okay, auto throttle is back on. We're now losing in a controlled manner. Altitude, not like earlier. I want to break free. No. Sounds like a good time, Lola. Yeah. Can you imagine being teleported to your? I was going to say final destination. That's maybe a bit of a bad choice of words. In fact, I think what I'm going to... Auto throttle's not... That would show me auto throttle was armed, but it actually wasn't. Right, there we go. As I say, this thing is an absolute rocket ship, so I have no doubt this thing is going to be able to... let me put it on heading just now and try and get this thing back on some kind of course. Looks very cold, very chilly. Now there has been an update to Flight Sim 24 and apparently some of the missions and issues with the missions has been resolved. That's not true. Like I said, I haven't done many of my own flights. I'm just quite aware that mountains are quite high, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to 9,000. I'm going to have a quick look. I don't think this thing has a runway, navigraph, I can't remember what. Runway 20. So it doesn't even have any graphs or anything to tell me what the height of the actual airport is. But it looks like these are high mountains, and then this is a kind of valley or a... What else do they call it? A bowl? That's, well, yeah, maybe the best I can do. Did we tell you your work auth came through? No. You told me about your driving test, but I don't think at that point there was anything about your work authorization. That is amazing. So you can now officially start working. Amazing. You must start feeling like your life's starting to kind of come together again, Neo, since, you know, when you went over there. Why is this trying to do stupid things? Right, let's go into that and let's bring the airspeed right down. okay? There we go. So that's going to have damaged the airframe. I'm going to take it all the way back. So yeah, so having arrived, not been able to drive, work, do any of that good stuff. Oh my god. This is, I suppose we're almost at 9,000 feet, but where these mountains are quite high. %100% good. Good, good, good. Right, so this, let me see if I can use, oh my god, this is, sorry, I'm taking my jet onto some kind of dirt tarmac. Why can't I land on the other one? Oh, that's a road, that's why I can't land on it. Why can't I land on that? Look how beautiful that is. It's a road lantern. Yes, so don't land on the road, please. Right, let's knock out first lot of flaps. Right, let's see if this will go back onto nav now. Yeah, see these mountains are quite high. I think, and these are even higher, so we're having to come up here and then back down. So we're actually hopefully going to be able to have a look at the runway as we get up. I think I'm actually going to have to stick it up to 11,000 and then do flight level change. No, you're not going to do it? No, okay. There we go. Right, let's have a little look and see. You're in work now, actually. You feel like you don't have to solely rely on people, which is amazing for your independent wee mind. That's amazing, Neil. Absolutely amazing. So, kind of work from home kind of thing. Okay, what we're sitting at 160, gear down. I'm getting seriously worried now because they're like, alright, let's disconnect autopilot. I want it to level off so I can have a look at this runway. Just need to wait for the green card and then life is jamming. Nice. Absolutely amazing. Very proud of you. Let me move the microphone even. First time streamer. I'm just going to overshoot our entry pattern because I think I'm going to need to lose some altitude, but also, yeah, better look at it. What kind of airport have you brought me to? You can go back home, see family and friends and be allowed back in the country. And you won't have Homeland Security looking at you constantly either. My God, what?
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Oh, I actually thought it was the airport there. That's the runway there. Okay, we're gonna have to lose. Wow, this is actually quite a interesting runway. I might need to go around for a second go because
Sink
that
rate.
was quite high.
Sink
Eight
rate.
and a half thousand.
Pull up.
Like, shut
Pull
up.
up. Pull up.
Yeah, I'm
Pull
gonna go
up.
around. So that was 8,500. I really don't think we're gonna get any more jobs out of this one. Is that a swimming pool? What? No, it can't be a swimming pool. Right, if I keep it about the 7.5 and just skim over the trees. Of course, we're getting buffeted with the wind as well, because the wind will go along the ground, but it will hit the these hills and cause up and down drafts. Oh, look at that! Is that a monument? Oh, is that Bigfoot? No, I actually thought that was a monument. It's like the ink blot test. What do you see? I see a tree that looks like a Bigfoot statue. I don't know why they're up here. Like, there's genuinely nothing up here. I can't see any houses. Maybe they've got a cabin. Wow. This is the only thing. It's this thing just likes to get thrown about. Or doesn't like getting thrown about. It does get thrown about. George, I am definitely seeing things. I genuinely thought that was the upper half of a Bigfoot statue. See, there's another one over there. It's obviously dead trees that are brown. My God, I'm at full throttle. Oh, is this auto throttle back on? So not only am I fighting the I don't think it gives passengers any confidence. I don't think it does either, George, to be fair. Is this guy meant to be wearing glasses? Do you think he should be wearing glasses? I do actually need to go and get my eyes tested. How's life been, Neo? Has 2025 been kind to you so far? Yeah, it's been okay. Yeah, good days and bad days, the same as what 2024 was a little bit, but yeah, I can't complain. That sounds like a threat. I'm gonna throttle you and get away with it because I'll just say it wasn't me, it was the auto part of it. Right, at least we've cut down our speed and we're just about the same height as before, but at least I kind of know what to expect when we're coming in here. And don't forget, this is my aircraft, so I really don't want to, badly drop it out of the air. Right, it depends on the context. That's very true. Safe word is pineapples. Yeah, like there's nothing here. I haven't seen any buildings at all. Are these guys camping or hunting Bigfoot? I don't know. I mean, we found them, so I don't think there's any need for them to actually look any further. Right, let's try this again, shall we? Come on, you can do it. I have to say, I would never have taken this mission if I hadn't done so much GA work in the missions to get specializations and accreditations that I've got. There's just no way, but the GA side of it, you absolutely have to land even smaller runways than the ones we're looking at, because this looks actually quite a well constructed one. Right, back off the throttle. Okay. Literally gonna have to skim the trees. We're actually crabbing in the wind as well. Not sure if we can get treatment or ointment for that, but still a little bit high. A lot slower than we were though, so let's see if we can get this. Come on girl, come on, you can do it.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Shut
Pull
up,
up.
women, shut up.
Pull up.
We're at 121 knots,
Pull
what
up.
are you going on about sync rate for? Yeah, this is coming in quite high.
Sink rate.
Shut up.
Sink rate. Pull up.
Yeah, okay, this
Pull
isn't as
Pull
big a runway as I thought this
up.
was. We're literally going to have
Pull
to
up.
fly in
Pull
towards the
up.
runway. Shut
Pull
up!
up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Oh no! Oh no! I can see my house from here. Oh! Oh! Fuck my life. I have no aircraft left now. Oh, my rating's gone down. This insurance covers... I don't know what it covers actually, because I've just got code in front of me. So... I don't know what I need to do now. Maybe it was Bigfoot's. Right, okay. Manage aircraft. How bad is it? Update, check up. Oh my god. Just costs us 10. Oh no, sorry, it costs us 1,000 credits just for that. Check. Landing gear's knackered. Everything else is good, surprisingly. Okay. 31,000 credits just for the landing gear. We'll restore the aircraft paint as good as new. I think we probably do need that, to be fair. There'll be a lot of scratches on it. Right, let's see. I actually thought I would have totaled the aircraft. I would have in real life, obviously. Right, okay, so there's no missions. There's a VIP mission there. Let's have a look and see first. Small runways, takeoff and landing. Let's just have a little look at this and see. Aircraft is currently in the middle of yeah. I don't mind if the runway's in a desert. I don't have an issue with that. Okay, that's a nice concrete runway. It's all about due diligence and research. Up over mountains. God, is that on another mountain? What? Don't think there's going to be any Bigfoots of this one. Oh, this is an actual runway. Okay. Right, okay. Let's take that. What height are we doing? 27? I'll do 30 again. 5 grand. One thing I do want to check, see if I've got reverse thrusters assigned or not. Oh, look at it in the background. Big yellow DC. I don't know what model it is. It's an old one anyway. Oh, we've got some clay airplanes. Oh, there we go. Right, okay, first of all, I'm really sorry that I did what I did in the last flight. I'm not going to do that this time. Definitely not. Okay, let's be friends. There's Airwolf.
Step aboard and make yourself comfortable.
It's in disguise, right enough.
We'll go, Captain. They're on their way. Have a good flight.
Oh, nice car. Nice.
Ladies and gents, I wish you a good flight on behalf of First Class Wings.
Nice to meet you, Captain. I was informed at the boarding that I'd have network throughout the flight. Just wanted to let you know I really need it for some important calls,
Okay.
so please avoid cutting off the connection. Much appreciated.
Yeah, that'll be my first. Why are you sitting beside me?
Just wanted to drop by and
There's
say
seats in the
hello
back, you
before
know.
you leave for Big Bear City. Mr.
Ooh.
Rubin will join you on board soon. He's close to one of our top clients who booked the flight for him. Well, it's about time. Provide him with the finest service. I know I can count on you. Have a nice flight.
Is Big Bear not near Grand Canyon? Am I getting that mixed up? Right, don't need ice on at this point. Okay, we should still have fuel. Yes, we do. Nice. Right, let's change this to 30. Right, that looks fine. Yeah. Smashing. So let's do that. And let's do that. Okay.
Echo 60, traffic November 4104 tree is taxiing to runway 20.
Dippy, how's it going? It has been a while. How you doing, my friend? Did you have a good festive period? Right, everything looks good. Put flight directors on. So we're going to take off and then a left turn. What's that? There? I don't know what this looks like. A warning to me. Something red normally to me is a warning, but I've no idea what it is. Yeah, happy New Year to you, mate. I hope this year's a good one for you and the family. Paint that black and it definitely is airboat.
To all passengers, good morning, and welcome aboard this first-class Wings flight to Big Bear City. I'm your captain and pilot today. Estimated flight time is 54 minutes. We're on time for departure.
54 minutes? That's not too bad.
I'll keep you informed during the flight if anything important comes up. Thank you.
Cheers, Tippy. Appreciate it. You still streaming with your DJing? Oh, is it Mad Dog? Sorry, Tippy. Getting so confused. Old age. Right, who left a cardboard cutout Tesla truck in the middle of the taxiway? You still racing as much, Tippy? Hopefully things will be a bit more smooth this time for this flight. If it's only 54 minutes, then I can just up the sim rate. I don't know if you heard that, Tippy, or not, with the ads rolling. Are you still racing? Keep your hands to yourself throughout the entire flight. Do not touch anything. I will throw you out the plane. No wheel? Oh no, you can't get the wheelbase to connect with the wheel. Oh, fuck. What wheelbase have you got, Tippy? You haven't raced in months? Oh my god. It's been a little while for me. It's maybe been about 6 weeks. What wheel is it that's not connecting? I may have a solution, but you might have already tried it. You've tried? Oh
Echo
man.
60 traffic November 4104 tree, taking off runway 20 west
Right,
departure.
let's get the old altitude sorted about. Because I had my McLaren GT3 wheel was disconnecting in the middle of races and things, and I managed to sort it. What quick release? So, have you tried changing the bolt that's on the C clip? I knew exactly what you meant. So if you've got the quick release, you don't have the screw at the back of the wheel. As I say, mine was disconnecting randomly. No screw. As in, no, it is a screw, or no, it's not the screw. Sorry, you can tell I get confused easily. I've got the quick release mechanism. It's a plastic quick release. Ah, shit, right, okay. My solution is unfortunately not going to help. Okay. Positive rate, gear up. You're going to order a new aluminium one from Fanatec. Yeah. So I've got the obviously the metal. I can't remember what it's called now. Quick release, the QR1 is it? QR2. But the bolt that comes with the C clip, the metal C clip for the actual sheath for the shaft, it needs to be torqued to, is it 12 Newton meters? And when you try and torque the factory bolt that's in it, it rips the head because it's not strong enough. So I actually had to order M6 bolts off of Amazon and managed to use Gorilla Glue inside and attach a bit into the factory one, managed to get it undone, and then I put the new bolt in and absolutely cranked it up with the torque wrench. That's because it loosens the connection after a while for whatever reason. Like, I don't know why Fanatec thought that was a good idea. Alright, stick autopilot on. Nav, altitude, that, VNav, auto throttle. Cool. Okay, it's connected with the FMS. Yeah, it's a total nightmare. I was going to do a video about it for the Toga channel because I'm not the only person that must be going through, and that it's only trawling through forums that somebody had suggested this, and it works. So yeah, so the metal shaft has got a USB to Samsung connector, so it's not the USB-C, whatever one it is. So when the shaft goes in, the connector then connects inside the base. But even though it's a quick release, and I'm sure, like, I didn't realise I was doing it as much, but you're obviously pulling on the steering wheel at times when you're racing, and it loosens it, so it means it's getting an intermittent connection. But this C-clip with the new bolt, literally nothing moves inside it. But yeah, I mean, Fanatec, like, was it just to cheap out on things? Who knows? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like I say, I didn't realise I was obviously pulling on the wheel. But then when you think about when I click the wheel in, I give it a little pull just to make sure that it's actually, because I've heard of horror stories where the wheel comes disconnected and things. So yeah. Fingers crossed you can get it sorted, Tippy. It's a lot of money to spend on something that's poorly built. Are you still in Ingfor's Discord, Tippy? Right, sorry, I had to reply to a message. Just going to the shop, we'll be back. And yes, still in there. Eng's Discord back soon. Yeah, no problem, Tippy. Get me a. Looks like my plane is on fire, doesn't it? Get me a can of Monster or something while you're there, Tippy. Thing is so sensitive with the throttles. Right, flight level change, please. Come on. Right, there we go. Right, again, mountains. Let's make it. Let's say 9,000 feet just now as our base until. This, sir, is the my own company's G2, the Cirrus G2. It is an absolute rocket ship. Small and gets thrown about, but it's actually really good fun to fly and to throw about. It only cost me 710,000 credits. I had 1.2, so I've been kind of grinding for a little bit. I've still got my Cessna for the VIP, but that's for the lesser VIPs. These guys look the business, although he looks a bit like a serial killer from the Netherlands. Amish, maybe, with that beard. And she is just freaking me out. Like, I'm scared that there's some touching going on, inappropriate touching. Not on my part, on her part, I hasten to add. Right, let's stick flap. First flap, oh no, we've already got flaps. See this game, why does it extend your flaps at 250 knots and 30,000 feet? Like, what possesses them? Anyway, we are landing in Big Bear Airport. Now, I'm sure Big Bear Airport is near the Grand Canyon. I could be completely wrong because my geography is shit at the best of times. But I think it is. Like, something rings a bell in my head. A lot of like top known content creators were flown out to Big Bear Airport for the launch of Microsoft Flight Sim 24. Anyway, I hope you're doing well, Hayden. There's not much going on out here either, is it? Like, the first flight tonight was an absolute disaster and cost me, was it 35,000 credits on damaged, pardon me, undercarriage. Ah, you're joking. Gonna send you loads of positive vibes. Something to always remember is that some poor kid at Christmas was given a Man City t-shirt. So, as much as your week has been shit, I think have I landed at this airport before? Something rings a bell about it. But we're gonna come in, take a left, out, round, and then back in on our final. So that is a plan. We are on. We are on the nav at the moment. We're on VNav and we're on a controlled descent. And the transfer window. Is the transfer window not open? I suppose this is a cheat as well, because I've just kind of realised we've used a little bit of fuel, but by skipping from heading to cruise to then descent, we're not using that fuel. So yeah. I mean, this does look Grand Canyon-like, doesn't it? Although I'm sure it looked quite green when the influencers were there. Oh my god, this is... I think I'm going to have to keep my height up a little bit. Right, 12,500 feet. I always get very, very wary of ending up too low. Not that it's ever happened to me in a mission or anything. There's like little towns dotted all over the place. I say little town, I mean that's probably a city, but... yeah, I'm starting to panic already that I'm at the wrong altitude. It's a bit early to put the landing gear down. That's what I meant, not undercarriage, landing gear. Like, I have to say, the mission side of things has really got a grip of me. Like, I haven't done much with my own company. All I did was buy a Cessna, and as I say, yesterday I was doing some of the firefighting missions. Oh man, it's just brilliant. I still have 8 to do that I need to get A rating for or above to get onto the next aircraft, which is the twin engined one. So it definitely looks like this is about 13 or 12,000 feet windmills over there as well. I mean, you know me, Hayden. I like I like a story, or I like a reason for doing something, and I get bored easily when I'm flying from airport to airport with aircraft. So this having a little mission or something to do or goals to reach. And I'm super nervous when I'm coming in to land, because this is my actual jet this time, so if I break something like I did in the last flight, then I have to pay for it. I'm actually going to up the speed a little bit. Yeah, see, that, like, that freaked me out for no reason at all. If I was landing over there, maybe this height would be fine, but yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is drop this down to 13, then let's do flight level change. I didn't think this was very green, but the closer you get, the closer you can actually see it's very green. I think I actually would have preferred coming in this way rather than... Right, let me try and change this now. Might be too late. Let's change it to right direct. Yeah, that's better. Okay, right, let's file the ATC and the avionics. So hopefully, if we continue with the avionics, we should end up... Right, I know I'm going to take this down even more. I'm going to take this down. I'm going to be brave. 8,000. So you see, it's changed. I will get rid of these because they annoy me, the brackets. They're good if you're landing in somewhere, you know, in a tundra where you don't actually know where the runway is. Really good. But for this, like, I'm going to hide it, but you can see how I've changed the flight plan at the last minute to do a left leg and then into the airport. It just means I can get my altitude down, because if I was coming in, I was making life difficult for myself. I was coming in over the mountains, and then I'd need to take quite a quick descent down and then a left turn, and that actually looks like there's the runway there. So right, let's see if this has actually changed it on the avionics. I've got one more flap setting to go through. I'm not sure if it is gonna... If it has taken into, because it looks like we're heading this way. So what I'll do is hand fly it in that way instead. Right. Autopilot is disconnected. And auto throttle's disconnected. Flight director is off. So you can feel that we're actually crabbing at the moment. Oh no, it has changed the it did change it in avionics. It just hasn't given us a very, very big loop to come in. It is a bit windy, isn't it? This thing's getting thrown about like no man's business. Right. Landing gear is down. So this could be a challenging effort. Right, get rid of them. Okay, I'm going to take it a little bit further out, just for the fact that so the wind's coming from my left to right at the moment, which means by the time I get turned round it's going to be right to left. So I'm kind of fighting against the wind a little bit. So maybe a bit too much altitude. So we'll do that little bit right in front of us where it's kind of the land goes out to the middle of the lake, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm going to aim for, and it'll give me a good run into the. This is the only thing that annoys me about this aircraft. Auto throttle comes on randomly. Like, I've disconnected the auto throttle completely, and yet it kicks back in, and it'll do it again before I land. Right. Okay, that's us. Flaps ice? I don't think they are, but auto throttle's connected again. Thank God I've got the disengage on my Bravo quadrant. I think the problem is I feel like my speed is way too low, so it's going into stall, which is why the auto throttle is kicking back in. Don't look at me. You freak me out, Ruin. Maybe not what you should be telling your VIP passengers. There's a little lake up there as well. It's more like a pond. But right, okay. Gonna start our right turn now. Try and keep this thing on the level. Wow. Windy much? Oh! Oh my god!
This is getting scary.
You're telling me? That was full left aileron and I only managed just to keep it. Jeez. So he's going to mark me down for that. But I basically turned the aircraft too much so it became almost like a sail in the wind. Right, let's see if we can actually see the runway. Okay. Keep the speed the way it is just now. I'm going to start descent down. Okay, gears down, flaps full. So I'm going to have to come in over this mountain range a little bit, but not as much. I just like to have a look at the EFB just to make sure this is the right runway, because I have landed on the wrong runway before in the wrong airport, but they were literally next to each other, so not completely my fault much. Alright, okay, as usual, the lantern way of coming into land is way too high. Hopefully if I can get down below these, the wind's gonna stop buffeting as much, because at the moment I'm fighting the yoke as if it's some kind of raging bronco. Can you imagine if you lived in one of these properties, like the view you would get of all these aircraft coming in? Okay, I've got 4 white at the moment. Still quite a strong wind. Check. I don't know why there had to be water right at the edge of the runway. Coming in hot. Something really good about like Flight Sim 24 is that like the water ripple effects and things, it's just so good. Okay, we've got 2 red now. Bit of a long... Oh, not even down on the ground yet. Wow. Holy guacamole, that was not a very good controlled landing. Jeez, oh. Wow. Clean the flaps up a little bit. Yeah, that was I genuinely, like, when it was getting close to the ground, I was getting uplifts, and then all of a sudden it was, like, the aircraft was dropping. That challenged me. Yeah, so I'm gonna get absolutely crapped on from a great height from my airline 5-star rating. Oh, we have a hover plane. Nice. Some pink jets. Almost, Jaime, almost. I just looked up as it started. Oh my god. You are the closest today so far, Jaime, with a jump scare. Could you imagine if that had happened in the middle of landing? Oh my god. We are way along there. Wake up. Yeah, like I said, you are the, so far, I think George tried it as well.
Hello,
What?
motherfucker.
Hello, motherfucker. Are those hyenas? They look like hyenas to me. Or are they mountain lions? Shit, I don't know what they are. I want to know what they are. Could you imagine hitting them at like 120 knots? I don't know if I've said it already, Jaime, but a very happy new year to your beautiful other half, Toby, and yourself. Oh, there's one of those DCs again. Coming in hot.
That was a smooth ride. Thanks for saying
You having a lot?
I will recommend your company.
Are you actually for real? Smooth flight. Did you not see we nearly plummeted to our death? Many times. Jesus. Ugh. She is beautiful though, so hopefully, I mean, that landing didn't feel too harsh after all. But we'll find out, because we'll need to get the plane inspected. 1,000 credits for every time you want your plane inspected. Ooh, that's a high score. Is this going to be an S rating? It is! Yes! My first S rating is in my own company. 100% for airline procedures, that's unusual. Because normally when you... Tippy, thanks. Tell you, some Mars was making buttons. 103,000 credits just for one flight, and I got over 17,500 credits for bad weather. Reputation bonus, no skip bonus, nice. I did skip though, no skip bonus? Okay. Beautiful. I cannot wait for the, that's not what I was looking for. I can't wait till this one is unlocked, the heavy airliner rating. Because that unlocks the Beluga and the Dreamlifter. And the 400, A400. Right, we are here. Let's see if there are any missions. What? Right, allegedly, if you... Oh my god, look at all these VIP jobs here. There are thousands of them. What's going on? The other side of the country. I haven't got that area at Toronto. Oh, let's go to Toronto, shall we? You need to become a pilot, lol, if the rate of pay is that for real life would be nice. Could you imagine? Could you imagine one flight is 70 grand? That would just be heaven. North York Errol Bales Park Ski and Snow. That's so easy to say. Mrs. Taylor Ulberg booked a private transfer to a special event. Well, let's do this. Oh, you're joking. Why can't I transfer my other plane? Select another air. You'll be redirected there. Why? Wait, what? Surely you can transfer your plane. Transfer. Okay. 30... Jesus. Mind you, if there's a lot more VIP... hopefully this puts it... If it doesn't, I'll fly the Cessna. I don't mind. Tippy, no, it doesn't, bizarrely. Like, some of the missions, like, that aircraft there, the DA-62, I was put into that on a helicopter pad in the middle of a city. The missions are AI generated, but there's clearly things been messed up. Oh, anyone fancy some? See, I don't play casino games. Is that real? That's not roulette. Is that Texas Hold'em or something like that? That table. So it should, in theory, but I don't know if my Cessna was closer than my G2. I don't know what it was, but 30 grand. But I suppose that's literally flying from the west coast to the east coast of the US, so it's not exactly just round the corner. This is a short flight, so this should be okay. Obviously, I've not had it checked, but the landing wasn't heavy, so I shouldn't have to, hopefully. Right, let's get in. Oh, I forgot it was in that. Let me sort track IR out. Right, use me.
Proceeding to boarding now. Ladies and gents, please come aboard and take your seat.
One thing it really, well, two things that I hate about the voice of my pilot. He can't say 30, as in THIRTY. He says 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, be welcome.
Hello, Captain. I'd appreciate if you could avoid cutting off my network access during the cruise.
Right.
I need to be sure I'll be able to make important calls anytime. Thanks, Captain.
There's a seat at the back. Why are you sitting next to me?
Albany clearance delivery November 4104 IFR to Charlie Yankee, Zulu, Delta ready to copy.
30 and 40,000 feet? I don't think so. Let's just stick to 31,000.
Maintain 5,000 feet. Departure frequency is 121. Tree 5 squawk 0562.
Wait. Oh my god, this doesn't have... There's something broken with this mission.
Tree, did you copy?
Yeah, I'm just having issues with my...
Clear to Charlie Yankee Zulu
Aha.
Delta via the Alpha Lima Bravo 7 departure runway 1 maintain 5,000 feet. Departure frequency is 121. Tree 5 squawk 0.
Can we not just do a straight?
4104 tree.
There we go. Right, so there's a missing waypoint
7 when ready to taxi. Good day.
from...
Hi, team. Ready to leave for North York? I see you're already getting everything prepped. for our
Mansek.
passenger, Mrs. Olberg. We expect all of you to provide her with the best of service. I know I can count on you. Have a great flight.
And that still doesn't help. Because if I don't have the flight plan sorted, it's not going to input it into the aircraft. Take care, Tippy. It's great seeing you in the chat. So why is there nothing from Mansek to Stoba? I'll just need to half-ass it. That's what I'll need to do. It's not like me to half-ass anything. And of course the quick reply is not working. Good job. Good job, Asobo. Ah, that's still not working. Right. Don't need ice on. We don't really need flaps. Of course, let's reset our altimeter again. Altimeter? Yeah, that's right. I sometimes doubt shit that comes out my mouth because my mouth sometimes doesn't connect with my brain, and so therefore there's mixed signals. 31,000 flight directors on. Right, we can't announce that we're leaving. Wow, look at that windsock. Jeez. Okay, landing lights are on. Flaps are up. Don't need flaps for this rocket ship. Nice. So flying to Toronto, I've heard Toronto is beautiful. I mean, look at the ripples in the water. That's just outstanding. I have seen some thumbnails, and I've had to look 3 or 4 times to see if it was real or if it was Flight Sim 24. Like, that's the crazy thing with the firefighting missions. You get to land in these kind of rivers and ocean to fill your water tanks up. I just want to see what happens once it gets to Mannix. I have a funny feeling that it's going in the wrong direction, although it's showing it's on line. Well, I suppose it is. It's so it. Yeah, it's completely missed the. Let's skip the boring bit. Toronto? Is Toronto high? I don't know. I have no idea. No, it looks relatively smooth. I mean, it's a huge city, so... Those aren't oceans, those are lakes. No, I was talking about... I know, I wasn't talking... No, why are you climbing? No. No, 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 no. Let's make it 2.5 just now. before I run out of oxygen. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Like, look at all these lakes. You're just south of those lakes, aren't you, Rhino? Are you not round this area? Right, that's a bit better controlled descent. You're on a lake north of Chicago. Is that... So, let's see if I scroll back out again. Yeah, so is that not round this area? Chicago executive, yeah. Look at me knowing some kind of shit about geography. Wow. I actually amazed myself. Right, why are you not going... There we go. Things are making a bit more sense now. Really confused there. I only hope there's something out of Toronto, because I just don't want to spend another 30,000 credits going somewhere else. Why are you leveled off? There we go. Okay. No. Flight level change, please. Why are you going to 210? You're now into stall. What are you doing? It's okay, I'll manage this from like 145 kilometers out. Where the dot was that said KUGN is about 10 minutes down the road. Oh, nice. So not too far to travel then. Driving home from Chicago O'Hare Airport, ORD is 55 minutes or so, depending on who's driving. Lol. But you can see why when you took Neo down to the lake she called it an ocean. Lol. I can. I absolutely can. I mean, it must be a good... Well, we're 140 kilometers and we're halfway along, almost, what, 280 kilometers long? That's huge for UK standards. And that's not even the biggest one. You've obviously got these, that, you've got that. So the boundary for Canada, is it over the top of these, or...? Right, everyone's looking okay so far. No, it actually cuts through a few of them. Oh, half in Canada, half in the US. That must be difficult to patrol? Is patrol the right word? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. I managed to direct it to the next waypoint, which isn't too far away. Kilo Charlie 81 Whiskey. That solid line horizontal on my map, so this one here just above where I am, that's... I don't know how far out. So that's the boundary basically. So Toronto is not that... Oh, look, that... So it doesn't go straight, it like cuts like up and down. Ah, okay. That's interesting. It's a crazy zigzag through the Great Lakes. Why? Was there some kind of argument about who had more lakes or who had more percentage of the water? That's bizarre. I'm just learning so much tonight. So Toronto is only just really inside the Canadian territory. Okay, so once we're back onto the Kilo Charlie 1 Whiskey, we should get a right turn, which will take us in onto the final. You think it was more of a issue of placement? It's hard to hold a northern shore if the majority of your country is on the other side. That is very true. Hello Zeta, how you doing? Good to see you in the chat. You bring hugs? Awesome. I always love hugs. Sending your loads back. Hope your day's been good. I suppose I just assumed it was like England and Scotland where there was literally just a line cut across. Like someone just took a line into the map and went... Although it is a little bit because it follows... I don't know, does it follow a road? I'm sure it follows like... It follows Hadrian's Wall, but then that... In nowadays term, I'm sure it follows a road very closely. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time to go before... still 124 kilometers. Jeez. Pretty cloudy. Pretty overcast. I'm only seeing little breaks in the clouds, so... Let me actually do a check of real life world... What is... Charlie Yankee Zulu Delta? Okay. I just like seeing I mean, considering how we were getting buffeted about earlier. Huh. That's interesting. So Charlie Yankee Zulu Delta is not coming up. So I wonder what Toronto... It must be like a small private airport. Oh my god, there's 4 airports in Toronto. Let's just choose one. I'm assuming Lester B. Pearson International is maybe the biggest one. Let's see what the weather's like. Generate. I still find it strange that there are like British town names in Canada. Like I can see there's like Cornwall and where are all the other ones? There's loads because there's a Edinburgh. I'm sure there's a Edinburgh as well. Right, okay, so it is -6 in Toronto right this very second. It has a 22 knot wind at 280 degrees. Jeez. That is mighty cold. Rhino, yeah, if you look at a map of the US-Canada border, as soon as you get west of the Great Lakes, it's almost a smooth, straight border line to the Pacific Ocean. So obviously that's where the sticking point was when they said where they were going. No, you can't draw a straight line there, mate. No, you've got too much water in the lakes. We need some more water. So if you just give us some more. Jaime sending the big rhino. Zeta, indeed, it's like just got a ruler out and went, fuck it, that'll do. I know. It really is. People are always surprised about that. The US was started by British citizens. Most of the East Coast is named after European places. New York after York. It used to be called New Amsterdam before that. Oh! Right, because obviously I used to watch New Amsterdam, the hospital program. So it was so New York was actually first known as New Amsterdam. So is that now a district, New Amsterdam, or is that they've just kept part of the name for bits of New York? Wow, the things I'm learning tonight. Zeta, New Hampshire has Southampton and Portsmouth in the places. Rhino, there's New Belgium here in Wisconsin and a shit ton of other places named after European towns. Ah. In the wrong places. That's just like... Yeah. I don't know if we'll be able to... Yeah, see, I don't think this is... Although this is satellite, it's only showing me kind of airports and things. But if I go into my flight planner online SimBrief, yeah, so Wisconsin, you've got obviously Chicago, you've got Kankakee, Aurora, Gary. There's actually a place called Gary. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo. Oh, there's a Windsor as well. I saw that near Detroit. Did I, or am I making that up? No, Windsor. Right, no, it's not called New Amsterdam at all anymore. It hasn't for a long time, but that area of the US Northeast is called New England. Oh, yeah, okay. I've heard it mentioned in movies a lot, like New England and... yeah, that boundary is mental. Like, as you say, Rhino, as soon as it goes past the lakes, it literally is just a straight line, like literally a straight line. In Vancouver, I didn't realise Vancouver was so close to the border as well. Chilliwack, that's brilliant. Chilliwack. Nelson, I'm assuming that's maybe derived from Britain as well. What's that? Medicine Hat. There's actually a place in Canada called Medicine Hat. Moose Jaw? Is that because it looks like a moose's jaw or something? Can't get it scrolled in any closer. I'm not really actually concentrating on what I'm doing here. I really should be having a look, because we're 104 kilometers out, and yeah, we're not far off our. I think what I'm going to do is raise that to 4,500, so I'm not skipping along the surface of the water, because I'm assuming it's quite exposed. Put landing lights on, put the ice on since it's -6. What I'm going to do is put flaps up, and I'm going to go back to FMS auto throttle. 245 knots at 4,500 feet. This thing's going to look like some kind of missile. Rhino. Yeah, Neil has been blown away when a sign on the highway said exit Bristol. Oh, she was like, what? Zeta, the Northern Territories are a million miles of piss all. This is pronounced as bad as you think. Myanus? No, it can't be Myanus, surely. Myanus, Connecticut? What? Right, I'm in a lot of, like, pea soup clouds at the moment, but yeah. Myanus, oh my god. Regina, I've heard that. Yorkton, Prince Albert. Wonder if you go there for certain procedures. Alberta, Peace River, British Columbia again. Prince Rupert. I wonder who Prince Rupert was. There are some amazing names. What's that? Flin Flon. I am so sorry if you're Canadian and absolutely offended by me laughing at names, but Flin Flon. What the fuck? Churchill? Okay. Any other bizarre... Labrador City. Oh, Rhino, you need to go there. Labrador City. Wow. Doesn't look like much of a city, but it must have Labradors in it. Me and you should take a road trip to Labrador City. Churchill Falls. We also got a lot of French and German main cities. Oh my god. Bear with me a second. I should shut her up for a little while. We are literally in the middle of a lake. This isn't a lake. This is like, I can't even see the other side. Don't look at me, I'm shy. I'm making up some ground now. Oh man, could you imagine Rhino and Lantern in Labrador City? Kuujjuaq? Sure, I'm butchering names here. Repulse Bay. That's a bit off, isn't it? Repulse Bay. Yeah, and then the further up you go, there's a lot less. Igloolik. Wow, Canada's got a lot of, as Zeta says, there's some bits that are really populated, and then there's some that are just nothing. Big pond, it is a big pond. Look at the size of it. We've calculated roughly, it must be about 248 kilometres long. And it's split down the middle. So yeah, so we're still in the US at the moment. This is us coming to the US Canadian border. It's bizarre, look, that airport, Kilo India Alpha Golf, is in the US, and probably about 20 mile away, Charlie Yankee Sierra November is in the Canadian side. Not even 20 kilometres. Look, that river actually splits. Wow. I'm going to have to look up funny American town names now, whilst we're killing time. The 35 weirdest American city names. Are we all strapped in for this? Bangs, Texas. All 1,603 inhabitants of this Texan town are obliged by city law to wear a fringe of hair on their forehead, regardless of their gender or degree of sympathy for Zooey Deschanel. Furry animals are not exempt. What the? That can't be true. Zeta Watkin Glens, Charlie Tango Mike Papa are the other side of the lake, and the border on about 200 miles apart. Wow. Is that Watkin Glens racetrack? In 34th place, we've got Soda Springs in Idaho. The town was founded by junk food extremists who somehow managed to replace all natural water sources with Coke Springs, Pepsi waterfalls, and Mountain View ponds. The name came from the presence of many carbonated water springs in the area surrounding town. 33rd, we've got Bluff, Alaska. Truth or Consequence. Is that Truth or Consequences, New Mexico? 1950, popular NBC radio host Ralph Edwards challenged American cities to rename themselves after his quiz show. Hot Spring, New Mexico promptly accepted the challenge and became Truth or Consequences. This means that any American citizen could wake up tomorrow and be a resident of Game of Thrones or the Big Bang Theory. Placentia? California. The name originates from Latin word for pleasant, but let's be honest, it makes you think instantly of the word placenta. Yeah, that's true. Alright, okay, Canadian Motorsport Park. Nice. Fry's, Virginia. Dinosaur, Colorado. I knew that one from American Truck Sim. American Fork, Utah. Drenched in nationalistic pride, the patriotic inhabitants of the city swore on the Constitution to only use American cutlery and promptly declared war on IKEA. That's like, yeah, I'm starting to read shit now. Concrete, Washington. Briny breezes in Florida. Why not, North Carolina. Hart, Virginia. The town is named for an early resident, Colonel John R. Hart. 96, South Carolina. Some believe it's once indicated distance from the closest Cherokee settlement. The only association numbers. Cut and Shoot, Texas. Okay. Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Canadian in Texas? Really? Superior, Wyoming. Atomic City, Idaho. OK, Oklahoma. It was named after the OK truck manufacturing company. Coward, South Carolina. Freeway, Tennessee. Climax, Michigan. Oh, that's so funny. The name was coined by the villagers' first fence viewer and pound master, District Number 1. Winnebago in Minnesota. Uncertain, Texas. This is crazy. Last Chance, Iowa. Speed, North Carolina. Oblong, Illinois. Cool, Texas. Colon, Michigan. Yeah, we actually have land. What's going on here? She really should have a look and see. So are we straight in? So we're in. Let me get track IR going again. Yeah, so we're basically in and then a right. Suppose I really should slow this thing down now. Colon, Michigan. Pink, Oklahoma. Bluegrass, Iowa. Rainbow City, Alabama. China, Texas. Really? Hooker, Oklahoma. And the last one is Pope Joy, Iowa. Interesting. Right, back to the matter in hand. Right, I think what I'm going to do is put this on the heading bug instead. And give myself a little bit better. Oh, we're going to be flying in over the city. Oh. Make sure you got your little peepers peeled. And there we go, people. Toronto coming into view. I'm just going to do an illegal maneuver and fly over the top of the city. Yeah, it looks very cold. No wonder it's -6. Like, it has no shelter either. Like, it's literally exposed completely to winds and the rain and... Rhino, also as a funny mention, there's a city in Michigan called Hell. So Hell does freeze over every year, in case you needed to know. Do you know, I love facts like that. What? Why am I looking out the side window here? That's right there. That is quite funny. So when someone tells me when hell freezes over, I go, well, actually, I know. I do know. Right, okay, let me disconnect autopilot, disconnect auto throttle. It's always good having these little gems up your sleeve. You just never know when it's going to come up in Trivial Pursuit or something like that. A little look. Wow, what a metropolis. I know that's not me being sarcastic. I don't know what I expected from Toronto, but I didn't realise it was like... That's impressive. Rhino, your grandfather passed away in June of 2006, June the 4th, 2 days before the 6606. On the TV moments after he passed, the news channel started making a bunch of noise because of a huge party in Hell, Michigan for the Treble 6 celebration. Ah, that's crazy. That really is crazy. What? Wait, what? Toronto's got a beach? Weird.
Delta traffic November 410, 4 tree 9 miles southeast 3400. Ford inbound to land runway tree.
Rhino, your mom looked around and said, well, you think you made it? It's brilliant. Love it.
Charlie Yankee Zulu, Delta traffic November 4104 tree is on final runway tree to land.
See, it says tree. It doesn't use the H. It's 3, not tree. Trees are down there. I am mighty impressed with Toronto. I must be like the main train station there. Kind of central train station. Maybe not. Nah, it's a bit far out of the city centre, right enough. I mean, it looks very green. I don't know how accurate that actually is. Right. Looking for the runway. Wow, there's like loads of like areas. What's that? Is that a church? Oh, that looks like the runway there. Okay, got the runway in sight. Should my shite. Speed this up a little bit as we're starting to lose a little bit too much. What we're sitting at for... Yeah, full flaps. Okay, I think we're maybe a little bit low. Don't know how high these buildings are. Right, landing gears down, full flaps. Confirm that is the runway. Take that out. Okay, making our final turn. Oh shit, there's our 2 runways? No, it's a taxi. Phew. Okay, don't see the pathways yet. Actually, I don't see any pathways at all. Oh, there they are there. Got 3 red. That's 3 red, 1 white. Wow, the wind's kicking in now. Okay, 2 red, 2 white. Ads done just in time. How's that for timing? was a lot of wind just at the end of the runway. Bit floaty. Still a bit floaty. Oops! Wow. I actually thought the front wheel was down. That actually gave me a fright when it wasn't. Need to double check that with the maintenance. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have arrived in Toronto. Thanks, Rhino. It was a little bit floaty, and then I didn't realise that the front wheel wasn't actually down. A tip I heard a long time ago from an actual pilot, when you're getting close to touchdown, is you should be staring at the end of the runway instead of looking down at the tarmac. That's what I heard anyway. And it makes sense, but I always forget to do it until I've actually landed. But I appreciate your amazing, beautiful words, my friend.
Anyone knows where I can book a taxi now?
No.
Let's go.
I can arrange for a, a town car to get you if you want. Just saying, this is my company. So Zita's partner has found a town. Oh, it's in Newfoundland as well. Newfoundland and Labrador, called Dildo. Dildo arm of Trinity Bay. South Dildo. Brilliant, Zita. Congratulate your partner, because that's got to be the best one so far. Look at the ice. And the snow and whatever else. Oh man, I didn't get my... See, airline procedures. What did I do differently? That was a better landing and flight than the last one. Oh, look at the money. 117,000. Nearly 118,000. Oh, we got 43,000 for bad weather. And I get hammered for the reputation as well. Ah, man. I have done, Zeta. Awesome. I think it's probably a good place to stop for the evening. Myself and Zeta will be on Toga tomorrow night with the Rookies Championship. And yeah, I think it will be the end of the weekend or start next week before I'll be live again. But I do miss you all very much, and I thank you for your company. Thank you to Tippy, thank you to Neo, Rhino, Jaime, to Zeta, to everybody who's been watching. Thank you so much for your love and support. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday, and yeah, hope the week is good to you. Take care, lots of love, bye bye.